Hello, everyone. My name is Nepe Obasoge, reporting from Toronto, Canada. I'm here to quickly report this news about the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan. I have on the phone with me today Pastor Tony. Hello, Pastor Tony.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for joining us on the show today, sir.
Much.
Okay, so I came across this news article this evening about the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, says electronic voting will help to achieve credible elections in Nigeria and other African countries. So how can electronic voting change the structure of voting in Africa, many African countries, especially Nigeria?
Electronic voting is a good idea, but in a situation like Nigeria or in Africa, particularly Nigeria, like you said, electronic voting is not realistic for now. It's a good idea, it's good for countries or nations that we do their election according to rules. We don't do our own election in Nigeria according to rules. We do our own election according to selection.
What selection?
So it is whoever we want there that will go there. So it doesn't matter what it takes. We will do it to make sure that the person that we want there goes there. So the point is, we always manipulating ballot boxes. And electronic, like we're talking about, the one we are talking about, which means computer and all that, or digital, they are still going to be controlled by human beings.
Exactly.
And as long as we continue to have the mental set of rigging or violence or selection in our elections,
corruption,
electronic, the digital system is not going to work, because the digital system will still have to be controlled by human being, and human being can manipulate digital system. And our own mindset in Nigeria is to manipulate election. So we still do it electronically or ballot boxically.
It's still the same thing, right?
It's the same thing. If we don't change our mindset, we will, no matter what kind of system we use, it's still going to be the same. But does vote count in Nigeria? That's the question. The president is talking. I'm beginning to think that maybe our former president just came back from England, where he went for medical attendance or medical attention or vacation. So he's talking about overseas, not Nigeria. What he's talking about is not particularly realistic in Nigeria. Does vote count in Nigeria? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the same thing he's saying here. Okay, I'm going to read a paragraph from his comments. Goodluck Jonathan said, "To me, if Africa, especially, we move forward, it is not just about routine conduct of elections. This year alone in West Africa, made up of 15 states, we have 5 states that had elections. So in terms of regular elections, we are progressing, but are these elections credible? If they are representing a constitutional democratic setting is the issue. Regular elections, fine, but elections per se is not democracy. If the votes of the citizens don't count, then it is as good as a military dictatorship. So for me, the reforms should first make votes count in Africa. So if there should be any reform in Africa, they should start from votes to ensure that votes count in the continent.
That's a good point. does vote count in Nigeria? That's our question. Votes, I'm saying that in Nigeria, does vote count? That's the point. Because our former president is talking about in a situation where votes count, then we have democracy. But in Nigeria, we don't have true democracy. What we have right now is autocracy. Anybody we want to be there, whatever it will take, we make sure that that person gets there. It's not according to the populace to vote, to the general populace to vote, or to anybody to decide. For the masses to decide. No, people don't decide who goes there. It is who the people in power want to go there that goes there. So that's autocracy. That's not democracy
anymore. Yeah.
That's not democracy anymore. So our former president has good intention, but we don't have a situation where electronic election will work, because our mind is still to put anybody that we want there. So we still manipulate the digital information.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
So, and it's even going to be easier, because right now, me and you, we saw a video where some thugs, some bad boys, they went there, they were shooting and things. But this time, nobody's going to be shooting. It's just a framework. Somebody's going to be sitting in one room and mess up the electronics. See? So nobody's going to be shooting. We're not going to see any violence on the street. But they will be doing it under the roof of one nice office in the Econ.
Yes. And Nigeria,
so they can manipulate electronics.
According to what you just said about the hacking, that people can manipulate the system, the former president said exactly the same thing, that taking a critical examination of the way elections are conducted across the continent, at least from the ones I have observed, I have seen that the only way that we can get there is through electronic voting. People may feel, yes, someone could manipulate the system, get smart boys who can hack into the system and do all kinds of things. Yes, but still, people use electronic system to move hundreds of millions of dollars across the world. So I still believe very sincerely that that is the way to go. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
What the former president is saying is very realistic, very good and reasonable. But he already mentioned that it is possible that people will hack into information. The point is, even in the United States, in Canada, in England, in Germany, they have criminals too who hack into the systems. But when it comes to their election, they don't mess with it. They elect the one into the system. Guess what we're going to do? See?
Yeah.
Development of the digital system is by the white people, by the Western world. Hacking into the system was started by the people who invented it anyway. But is that the way we use things in Nigeria? Democracy was invented by the white people. But are we using democracy the way they use democracy? So the same thing, we're not going to use the technology the same way they are using technology. They use the technology according to the position of their hearts. That is, they want to see the right person in the house, in the White House. But our own, we don't want to see the right person in the White House. We just want to see whoever we brought here in the White House.
Yes. Yeah. They impose them on the citizens.
That's right. So we're going to manipulate the electronics to still put anybody we want there.
Yeah.
As long as our mind still stuck on wanting anybody in that position, we're still going to be doing the same thing, electronics or not electronics. The station is in our heart. The station is in our mind. The station is according to our mindset, not according to technology.
So, how long are we going to continue with this type of corrupt
we have
system?
to wake up.
I wake up as well. What would be the remedy?
We have to wake up to realize that we are corrupt and we need to work on that corruption. Everyone, not just putting somebody in a rock and telling him to fight corruption where you are not surrounding him to fight. If you put anybody in a rock to go and fight corruption, that person will die fighting corruption.
So,
because the people that surround him, they don't want the fight. Recently, I don't know if you read one of my articles. I mentioned that the youth in Nigeria and Nigerian people generally, they are not tired of suffering.
Pastor, what would be the solution to this problem in
what
Nigeria?
Would be the solution?
Yes.
We need to start thinking the right way, all of us. Stop thinking corruption, stop thinking nepotism, stop thinking tribalism, stop thinking, stop giving excuses for our wrongs.
That is not enough to regulate the system. It's not enough for Pastor.
So the foundation is wrong. So you cannot build a good house. If we don't go back and correct the foundation, we will continue like this and take over our country.
But there should be a very strict law that will regulate
I'm not the one to ask that. I'm not a technocrat. My father, they complained about the same thing in the 60s when I was growing up. The same thing here you talking about. What will be the solution now? My fathers and his friends were asking that question. Me, I grew up, I asked the same question. My children grow up, they're still asking the same question. My grandchildren are growing up now, they're still going to be asking the same question. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. I was not a kid during the wealth year period. No, I was not a kid. I was already in primary school.
Can you tell us more about the wealth year period? What happened at that time?
The wealth year period was an issue between Awolowo and Akitola, and they were killing people in the Western region. That's what made Afobalewa declared emergency in the Western region. And that's what led to the Iseoku coup. And then Iseoku carried out a coup that was even wrong. So one wrong wanted to correct another wrong. You want to see? Okay. So you have a nice day. See?
So it was
one wrong was to correct another wrong. So the whole country gets messed up. Then we have been having soldiers taking over, nothing happened. We have politicians come there, still the same thing, and you're still looking for method to solve the problem. No, we have to go back and change up. If we go communism, it's still going to be the same because we still have the same mindset. If we go democracy, if we go real democracy, it's still going to be the same because we're still going to carry the same mindset. If we go hierarchical system, it's still going to be the same thing. No matter what system we use in Nigeria, even if we go federalism or we go statelism or provincialism or regional system, it's still going to be the same thing. Corruption is corruption.
Corruption is corruption.
You are talking of a society of ignorant, greedy, and selfish people, and you are looking for a clean solution. No, we need to go back and change our mindset, regulate our mindset. Everybody in Nigeria wants to pay out of money.
Regulating our mindset just like that without.
It's not going to happen just like that. We have to start working on it. Hear what our former president just said. He said this thing is going to work, but we have to start. Normally, they can hack into it and things like that, but then we have to start because it can work. So, who tells you that your mind cannot work? If you start working on regulating your mind, who says it cannot work? You are the one telling yourself it cannot work because you are looking for it. We are all looking for a shortcut out of the problem.
Me, I'm not looking for a shortcut out of the problem.
Question just now.
I'm not.
Regulating our mind is not going to work. Just said it. So you are looking for a shortcut.
I'm not looking for a shortcut.
Let's go and look for the right solution. first of all, we need to regulate our mindset. See? Our mindset is, what can I get out of the government, not what can I give to the society. Our mindset is, what can I get for myself out of the society, not what can I give to the society. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they call selfishness.
Yes,
And
selfishness.
Tell me any government official that is not there, either senator or house of rep or any politician, that is not there for what he can get. Tell me, mention one or two names for me right now. Any politician that you know yourself, you know personally, that is there in Nigeria today, that is not for me, that is for us. Tell me. And I will bring out evidence against that person. Mention any name.
Okay.
Mention any name.
I don't know any name.
You can mention yourself too. I will bring out.
I'm not a politician. Why should I mention myself, Pastor?
So that's what I'm saying. We have this mindset of greed and selfishness, and we want to be looking for solution. No, whatever solution we apply always comes back to that greed and selfishness. Greed and selfishness will always mess it up. So if we cannot go back and change our mindset, then let's keep on living like this. That's why I keep saying that Nigerian youth and people in Nigeria generally, they are not tired yet. They are not tired yet. They should stop talking about we are tired of all these leaders. They are not tired. If they are tired, we will do something about it. They are the only one who can change this country. Not leaders. That's Nigeria. They are not dating. They are dating.
We are not
they are only living for the betterment of themselves. So if the people really want Nigeria to change, they are the ones that will change the leaders. Because the leaders are not going to change things for them. But I keep telling you guys, the Nigerians are not ready. They like the suffering. Let me just put it like that.
They like the suffering? Nigerians?
They like the suffering.
The masses.
If they are tired of the suffering, they will take it. They are not tired yet. I'm tired. Go sit down yourself, reason properly about the situation in Nigeria. They're not tired yet. Any society that is tired of the way things are going, they always change it. They don't wait for any leader anymore. They don't need leadership to change it. Once they get any society, people George Orwell mentioned it. He said any society that puts corrupt people in power, don't blame them. You are an accomplice. So Nigerians are an accomplice to what's happening to them, including myself.
So that is how we're going to continue with this corrupt system in the country.
Saying that I just mentioned to you that if we go back and change things from the foundation, things will change. Why are you giving up? I ain't giving up. I know if we go back. I'm not giving up. So that's another problem we all have. Majority of people who have a better idea, they just give up about Nigeria. No, let's go back to the root. I know I can't take you back there because 90% of people I talk to, 99%, they just always fighting me. They always arguing. They always want to prove me wrong. And then I know it's because they're not tired of me. They're not tired of me. Many of us, we are overseas and we think we are enjoying our life here. We are not. Because we are not living we live in luxury, but we are not living in the kind of dignity that we experience back home when we have the same kind of resources. Yes. Anybody who tell me if you want to dispute that. I know you are comfortable in Canada, but do you live in the same dignity that you have, that you would have had if you were in Nigeria? With your knowledge, with your education, with your kind of money, with your capacity to make money, which most of which I know already, with your personality that I know if you are in Nigeria, tell me if you are living the same kind of dignity. So, what do we gain?
You know, the other problem people are having in Nigeria is the fact that, you know, leaders, especially the politicians, people don't occupy positions based on merit in the country. It's because you know somebody, your
That's what
father,
we've been talking about.
because your
It's who
father
you
is a,
want there, not who's supposed to be there.
yes, because your father is a minister, therefore,
That's what we have been talking about. Is that how you going to change that?
yeah,
They want tomorrow when they want the first time Buhari was there, everybody was so many people were complaining. The second time, they wanted the people in who control power, they wanted Buhari to go back there. They did anything to make sure he went back there, and that was not a fair election. So they can't change anything. That's why I say they are not tired. But sometimes, when you angry with your situation, your brain wake up, your spirit wake up. You are not angry yet. Nigerians are not tired yet. When you're tired of your situation, you'll be angry with that situation, and your spirit will wake up to change that situation.
mm.
We don't need to kill nobody. We don't need to. I don't believe in killing anybody. We don't have to. If you are angry with your situation, go and check it out. If you are angry with your situation, you will be tired of that situation. I mean, if you are tired of your situation, you'll be angry with that situation, and your spirit will wake up to change that situation.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm talking about. Most of the times I've changed situations in my life because I'm angry and tired of the previous one.
The rate of
But Nigeria is all of us. So when the people in Nigeria are tired of the suffering, we see they wake up. And the leaders cannot control them.
mm.
They can't go and arrest anyone because it's going to be all of them. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because right now, most federal universities, they don't allow student union activities in their campuses.
Why?
Why? Because the people that are running student government in the student union in the campus, they're stealing money. Young children, our children, 24, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old kids, they're already stealing money. In 20 years, when they take over Nigeria, what are they going to steal? So it's not about killing people. Because the younger generation too that are growing up, they are corrupt in their own level.
Yeah, because they go to the school to practice corruption when the lecturers,
Right.
the school system is highly corrupt.
Kill the leaders. How many say, if you want to do anything to help Nigeria, try to help the masses to change their mind. Not just criticizing, oh, leaders do this, leaders do that. That's what everybody likes to talk about. That's an easy way out. Let's take the hard way out and see if it's going to work or not. Easy way out is to fight to keep blaming everybody, blaming people. Why don't you point the finger at yourself first? That I'm the fool.
Okay, so in Nigeria now, we just have to change our mindset. That's all. That's
If we
how.
can change that, if we can change, you cannot just do it. If we can change our mindset, the system will change. Because it is this same system that was on ground in 1965 when I wake up into politics. I was young, but we knew I saw my mother running a tasketa. I saw my dad locking door on himself because he didn't want them to spray petrol on him. And I still remember the incident today. So that means I wake up to politics. If I can still remember it. I was not a kid then. I was already 9 years at that time. And a smart 9 years too. In primary school already. So definitely in 1965 when I wake up into politics, we know Akintola and Awolowo, those are the names we are hearing in our ears. You understand? But what did they do? The same thing we are still doing. Even as if we confirmed it, say in our own time, corruption was a baby. Okay, baby corruption at that time. I was a baby at that time, and I'm now a grandmother. So what do you think will happen to corruption that was a baby then? I'm now a grandmother of many kids.
So now corruption is a grandfather in Nigeria.
Of course, a great grandmother.
In 21st century.
A great grandmother. So that's what I'm talking about. Because all these things you are seeing here is not new. We saw it in 1965, and people who are elder, who are older than me, they can confirm that they saw it in the 50s too.
Okay, Pastor, well, someone is calling me. We need to end this show like this, and we'll come back tomorrow to discuss about Edo State election. So the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, has spoken that the only way we can reduce elections, let's say election fraud in the country, is to introduce this electronic voting. But people are saying that it will be even more easier for Nigerian politicians, I would say, to rig elections through electronic, process, such as hacking. There are
They don't
many.
need any more talks. They just need one
Yes,
person
it
who
will
can
be
do it.
even more
That's
easier
it.
for them. Yes, through hacking and many other methods that they can use to rig elections through the electronic system. So it's just the same thing, But it will make the system a little bit easier for voters. But for the ringers, I don't think it will change anything. It will even make it easier for them as well. To be realistic,
Of course.
it will make it easier for them. They don't need to employ thugs, supply ammunitions anymore. Okay, even make the situation dangerous for voters, even for the thugs themselves. So it will make it more safer and also easier for them to ring. But,
Yes.
but we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this because what we want in Nigeria
If you
is
want to
democracy.
change your mindset,
Yeah,
that's the only way to change.
my mindset, everybody.
I'm talking about Nigeria. If Nigeria wants to change, let's change our mindset. If we continue to think like this, behave like this, we cannot change anything. Everybody is acting ignorantly, selfishly, and greedily, and they want to change anything. No, everybody is greedy. Everybody is selfish.
For me, I believe that it is only the rule of law that can help to change and regulate the mindset of the people. For me, that's what, if you ask me, the solution to the problem of Nigeria is to put our laws into practice in the country.
Okay, let me ask you
let's say
question.
a stricter law.
Now, will you pay the price if you are caught doing corruption in Nigeria? That's the question I want to ask.
Only the less
Will you pay the price?
only the less
Only the less
privileges.
privileged people pay the price.
Only the less privileges that pay the price.
That's the point. So how is the law going to work? Which law is going to work? What rule of law is going to work in that kind of situation? I mean, think very well about your suggestion. How does the system work here? Because if you are caught, it doesn't matter who you are. The law will deal with you. Does the law deal with people in Nigeria, especially people that are privileged?
That's what I said. That is stricter law.
What stricter law? Who's going to implement the stricter law? There is no kind of law that is not in Nigeria. You don't need any stricter law anywhere. What stricter law? Kill them if they steal. They say cut their hand if they steal cow. But then somebody steal cow, they cut their hand. When the higher people steal cow, steal human being, nobody does anything to them. So where's the law? You tell me, where's the law?
Only God knows. Only God can solve the problem of Nigeria.
You say if poor people steal 5 naira, cut their hand, cut their leg, severe their nose. But then when people steal 50 billion naira, they don't do nothing to them. So where's the law? Which law? Because you mentioned rule of law. That can get somebody like me very upset. Rule of law in which society?
In Nigeria.
Me and you, we have been in the United States, we have been in Canada, we have been in England, we see how they practice their rule of law. Can rule of law take place in Nigeria? Can it work in Nigeria? Even in Sharia court, they make law. If you steal cow, if you steal small goats, they will cut your right arm. They cut the right arm of the poor people. What about the big people? We never heard that they did anything to any big people in Sharia court in Nigeria. In any Sharia court. It never got the hand of any senator or any House of Rep or any member or any minister or any president that mess up. So where is the law?
Yeah.
The law is not going to work in Nigeria because you guys don't have the mindset for law to work.
Okay. Yeah. So I suggested a stricter law. You said we should.
What stricter law is it not going to be implemented by human beings?
It's a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. I suggested a stricter law, which means people should be punished based on their crimes, based on.
Who's going to punish them?
It's the same Nigerians. We can regulate. We can regulate ourselves. We can regulate our mindset. We can regulate our people by ourselves.
You don't have time for this serial talking about. You punish who? Can they punish people? Can they arrest the guy they were dealing with recently in the Senate who pretended to faint? Can they punish him for a what?
If we cannot do that, which means we are not fit to regulate our countries in Africa.
All the laws are in place. All the necessary laws are in place.
No,
that's the question.
Which means we are not capable of managing our countries in Africa.
He's talking about stricter law. What stricter law?
If we cannot manage the
laws
people,
necessary are there already. We just don't implement it the right way. That guy that painted said they're going to throw anything to him. No.
Okay, then, Pastor. Since next time we continue with this topic, I have an appointment.
All right.
People are calling me.
Yes,
sir. Thank you so much, guys. I have to leave now. People are calling me.